Hi, my name is Priti, your nutritional consultant and chef. Today I'm going to be making a Khajur roll. Khajur is dates in my culture. I'm from India. This is going to be a heart-friendly, weight-friendly dessert alternative to cookies, cakes, or whatever desserts that we tend to crave. Dates are very high in dietary fiber, which is really good to help reduce the bad cholesterol, your LDL cholesterol in the gut. Walnuts, cashews, and almonds, which we'll be using in today's recipe, are high in protein, which is very good for, especially if you're a vegetarian or vegan, a good source of protein, and contains a lot of vitamin E, which is great for our hair and our skin. Cashews in particular are really high in zinc, potassium, and magnesium, and magnesium has actually been linked to helping with memory loss. If you use also walnuts with the skin intact, which we will in today's recipe, contains flavonoids, which is really heart-friendly and good for the cholesterol. This date roll recipe will contain dates, almonds, walnuts, cashews, pistachios, white poppy seeds, ground cardamom, ground nutmeg, desiccated or dry coconut, and sesame oil. Sesame oil is a natural substitute for ghee, and so if you are striving for a heart-healthy recipe, you might want to use sesame oil. So you could buy your seasoning whole, or you can grind them yourselves. I prefer to buy mine whole and do the grinding. This way I can control the quantities of the seasoning that I would like. We're going to kind of rough chop our almonds, walnuts, and cashews. And then once we rough chop it, we want to dry roast them. So dry roasting it will help bring some of the flavor out and get some of the natural oils out of the nuts that will make it more flavorful and have a nice mouthfeel. We want some kind of big chunks as well as a little bit of small chunks in it. So I'm going to move this over, and I'm going to also chop up the pistachios. I want to chop these up a little bit more finely than the nuts, because what we're going to do is once we've actually combined all of the ingredients, we're going to roll the date and nut mixture into these pistachios so it has a nice pistachio coating on top. And then I have my dates. And when you buy dates, make sure you pit the dates, which I have already done. On these, you just want to, again, do a rough chopping or a slicing. It doesn't have to be really anything fine. Once you have all your ingredients chopped up and measured out, what you want to do is put your almonds, cashews, and walnuts in a pan. This is a step that's you have to kind of be careful not to step away from. Nuts can quickly burn. You want to roast these nuts until they start to release their natural oils. So the nuts have roasted nicely. I'm going to put these nuts aside and then start incorporating the other ingredients. The next step is to add sesame oil to your pan. And then once we add sesame oil, I'm going to add my poppy seeds and roast this for about a minute or two. You will start hearing some of the popping of the seeds. I'm going to now add the nutmeg and the cardamom, and again kind of just roast it for another minute or two. Once it's been roasted, I'm actually going to add the dates, the dried coconut, and our roasted nuts that we just finished. At this point, you want to actually turn the stove down to a medium or medium-low heat, and then we'll just kind of stir it and roast it for a good 3 to 5 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go put it back in my tray, let it cool down, because our next step is going to involve rolling all the ingredients together into logs. So now what I'm going to do is kind of incorporate the ingredients by hand, and what we're going to do is kind of create logs out of these so that we can roll it up and cut it into slices once it's firm. Once your ingredients are kind of in this log form, you want to wrap it up in parchment paper, plastic wrap, foil, whatever you have available. And what we're going to do is we're going to roll up the roll and then put it in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 hours so that it can kind of get firm. So once it's been refrigerated for about 2 to 3 hours, we'll take it out of the parchment paper and we'll start slicing the roll. In the end, you'll have these beautiful little date and mixed nut rolls, which you can enjoy and just pop 1 or 2 in your mouth. The kids can come home from school and have this homemade, very simple, very easy recipe.